You are listening to the William Gomes Podcast. I am William Gomes and I am grateful to have you here. Today, I want to explore one of the earliest and most important aspects of autistic development: social attention. Social attention refers to the way we naturally look toward people, respond to the gestures, share moments of interest, and build the foundation of communication long before we learn to speak. These early behaviors are subtle, easy to overlook, yet deeply significant. They shape a child's early relationships and influence how they come to understand other people. For many non autistic children, social attention emerges almost effortlessly. A baby sees a face and looks back. A toddler points to show a parent something interesting. A child watches someone's expression and adjusts their own behavior in response. These early skills help children learn the rhythm of social life. They teach them how to share experiences and how to develop shared meaning. For many autistic children, the path looks different. It is not that they are uninterested in people or uninterested in connection. Rather, their attention is drawn in different directions. They may focus more on objects, patterns, movement, or sensory experiences. They may show less natural inclination to follow someone's gaze or gesture. They may find faces harder to interpret than predictable, structured features of the environment. These differences are not signs of detachment, they reflect differences in how the autistic mind gathers information and builds understanding. One important aspect of early social attention is joint attention, the ability to share focus on something with another person. For example, a child may follow a parent's pointing finger to a bird in the sky or look back and forth between a toy and their caregiver to communicate excitement. Joint attention is often delayed or expressed differently in autistic children. They might enjoy the same moment but not show it in typical ways. They may observe quietly rather than pointing. They may focus deeply on the object itself rather than the shared experience. These differences can be subtle, but they ripple into later communication and social awareness. Another part of early social attention involves interpreting cues. Facial expressions, tone of voice, and gesture can be confusing for autistic children because these cues are often vague, quick, or inconsistent. When information feels unclear, the autistic child's attention may turn inward towards something more predictable. This is not avoidance, it is self protection from uncertainty. Social attention also depends on comfort. For some autistic children, faces are overwhelming. They carry too much detail, too many emotional signals, or too much sensory intensity. Looking away can be a way of managing overload. Engaging through parallel play, where the child plays alongside someone rather than directly with them, may feel calmer and more accessible. It is also important to recognize that early differences in social attention shape how children learn language. Language is not only about words, it is about sharing attention, recognizing turn taking, and watching how adults use gestures and facial expressions. When social attention develops differently, language may unfold in a unique way. Autistic children might learn words through scripts, through specific interests, or through repetition rather than through typical back and forth exchanges. This does not mean the language is less meaningful. It simply grows from a different developmental route. These differences in early social attention often lead to misunderstandings. Adults may assume the child is not interested, not listening, or not emotionally connected. In reality, the child may be deeply attentive, just not in the ways we are conditioned to recognize. Autistic attention is often quieter, more focused, more internally driven. It may not follow typical social rhythms, but it reflects a world rich with detail, curiosity, and personal meaning. Understanding these differences helps us shift from expecting autistic children to perform social behaviors to appreciating their own ways of connecting. We learn to meet them where they are. We share experiences on their terms, joining them in their interests, following their focus, offering connection without pressure. When we do this, we create moments of shared presence that may not look typical but are deeply genuine. Early social attention is not a test of social ability. It is a reflection of how a child's mind is organizing the world. And when we support autistic children with patience, clarity, and calmness, their confidence grows, their communication grows, their relationships grow. They find their own meaningful ways of engaging with others. As we move forward in this series, these early developmental differences will help us understand later social challenges, communication styles, and emotional responses. But for today, I hope this episode helps you see that autistic social attention is not absent, it is simply different, and those differences are worthy of respect and understanding. Thank you for listening. This is the William Gomes Podcast. Take care of yourself, stay curious, and I will speak with you again soon.